So the Matadors are holding there, I think, at the end of the runway. The blades taking off. I've heard a call from the AN2. Yes, there he is, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this display is well worth watching. I saw it yesterday, and it's not quite what you might expect being flown by James Black here. So lining up, this, ladies and gentlemen, is the largest biplane in the world.
Antonov clear takeoff and display 2705 knots. Antonov clear takeoff display,
It is designed as a short takeoff and landing. Just take a look at this, 10 meters, 20 meters, 30 meters, it's airborne, ladies and gentlemen. I can only quote Georgy Lysenko, who used these words in his report on the characteristics, the handling characteristics of the aeroplane. Takeoff and landing. The aircraft seemed reluctant to fly, but it didn't land either. It appeared to hover with no forward speed at all. I can well believe it. You must watch this. An extraordinary aeroplane, the AN2. As I say, the largest single-engine biplane in the world. 1,000 horsepower ash. And it was the first aircraft to come off the drawing boards of the Antonov Design Bureau, which was formed in 1946. This particular aircraft is Hungarian registered, although it was built by PZL, one of the very big builders of the AN2 in Poland in 1985. So, relatively modern aircraft. This one is in the 12-seat passenger configuration, but I can tell you that AN2s have been built in every possible variant that you can imagine. The 2F, the 2L, the 2P, the 2S, the 2V, the ZA, innumerable ones, but more of that later. Here he comes, ladies and gentlemen, James Black with the AN2. Now, this may be a big old lumbering girl, ladies and gentlemen, but just watch how James handles it. I can tell you that after display, you're quite free to go down to the static display park. That's at the far left-hand end as you look out onto the airfield and go and speak to James. He will be very pleased to see you and to show you around the airplane. And of course, get to fly in this airplane. But just look at the angle that it's going up. Absolutely extraordinary. He said he was not doing any aerobatics. Well, I don't know what that is. If it's an aerobatic. What is an aerobatic defined as, ladies and gentlemen? Well, let's here goes. 60 degrees of bank and or 30 degrees of pitch. Nose up or nose down. I will leave it to you to decide. But this truly is one of the most underrated but successful aircraft of all time. How many aircraft can boast of a production run in all their variants, military and civil, of more than 20,000 machines built over 50 years? Can I just remind you, by the way, that the Air Atlantique crew are now in the pilot's tent behind the commentary stand. Please go along there and see them, because that was a tremendous show. James again, showing just what you can do with an AN2. The AN2, as I say, produced in vast numbers. Look at this, he's doing a flat turn, a climbing flat turn. Very impressive. He's almost come to a halt, quite extraordinary. These aircraft also built under license in China. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, giving a demonstration of just how incredibly slowly you can fly. They've got tremendous high lift devices, but he's almost come to a halt. Very impressive. I have to tell you, as I had told people before yesterday, that there are at least 6 of these almost in brand new condition. You can go and have one. They will cost you absolutely nothing, maybe a serious lunch for the boys, but I can tell you, you wouldn't want to even bother, because they're in northeast Siberia, in the Kamchatka. There is no gasoline up there of any kind whatsoever, and even if you could get there in the first place. Sounds like a good deal. It's not, believe me. It would cost you more to fly them back in fuel alone, burning around 47 gallons of gasoline an hour at a flat-out speed of about 80 miles an hour. It's actually surprisingly largely thanks to an appeal for political help to Nikita Khrushchev that in fact Antonov managed to get this aircraft into production at all. Its first flight was on the 6th of September 1949. But they're still going. I have to tell you, in January 2002, North Vietnam, of all places, took delivery of 4 brand new aircraft built from the factory, the PZL factory in Poland. As I say, they have been used for every conceivable kind of use. Here's James coming in from the right. I'm not quite sure what he's going to do, whether he's going to do a short landing or a slow fly past, but I think it's going to be a slow fly past. You can see there a great photo opportunity now. Built as a general purpose utility aircraft, it's flown in every conceivable role, as an agricultural aircraft, as a sprayer with wheels. Special outrigger bogies were even built for using it on very wet, soft ground, skis and floats, in civil roles, in military roles. It's proved ideal in the vastness of Russia serving isolated settlements, that really where there are no other forms of communication. There is no road and no rail. All you have is an AN2. I have flown these, they are a delight. And that, I think, is the AN2's final run. 1,000 horsepower Ash. A great display, as he did yesterday, from James Black. James, of course, has been around for a very long time, former British aerobatic champion. He was on the British aerobatic team in 1966-76. In fact, I remember being with him at the World Aerobatics in Kiev in 1976, and he's been a display pilot for more than 40 years. He's now retired, he says, in inverted commas, to the vintage sector with this AN2, and he runs his own business as an aircraft broker and consultant. He's also much involved still with air displays as a board member of the European Air Show Council. Here it comes in, ladies and gentlemen, for a nice short landing again. We showed how quickly it took off. Here's how quickly it lands. He's down on the runway. Boing, said Zebedee, James Black, and the AN2. Outstanding. Now,